In this episode, I'm going to take you through the 3 must-post prompts that guarantee more member connection, retention, and renewal inside your membership community, along with how they will take your community from dead to active naturally and giving you real membership examples of each. Welcome to the $1 Million Memberships Podcast, where we help female entrepreneurs like yourself start, grow, and scale multiple 6- and 7-figure online memberships with simple, step-by-step strategies that actually work.
Your life is about to get so good.
Let's dive in. Really quick, I want to send you my membership starter kit completely free. And I might be absolutely insane for doing this because it's normally $147 and it's packed with templates, pricing guides, setup resources to launch your membership, naming your membership, literally all of the things. I want to send it to you for free. And all I ask in return is that you leave this podcast a 5-star rating and written review on Apple iTunes. That's it. Seriously, that is it. So pause this if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts, scroll down to the bottom where you see the reviews, tap the 5 stars, leave me a written review, screenshot it before you submit it, and then send that screenshot to support@paigevandy.com. I will leave it all in the show notes for you. I'll leave the instructions in there, but that is literally it. Once we verify it, we'll send you the starter kit completely for free. No strings attached, just your review. I'll leave the instructions in the show notes, so it's so easy for you to do, and then you can come back and enjoy the episode. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the $1 Million Memberships Podcast. I'm excited to record this episode because I find that anything community when it comes to memberships is one of the biggest struggles among membership founders. I hear all the time, like, how do I get my community to liven up? I feel like my community's dead. No one's engaging. People are only engaging with me. How do I get people to engage on their own? Membership community is just one of those things that we go into the membership world so sure of what we want our result to be and what we want our members to get inside. And we have these like grand ideas of what we want for our membership. But then when it actually comes down to it, this is always the most surprising thing. People are always like, my idea was so good. I don't understand why people aren't engaging. I would be engaging all the time if I was in this community. And it's just one of those stressful pieces. However, we have to realize first and foremost that community does not just happen naturally. Community is something that is intentionally built. And a lot of the times we think that if we get people into a container like a membership and we get people who have the same interests in this container, then people are just going to naturally want to engage. And that is 99% of the time not the case. It truly does have to be intentional. And there are many strategies that I personally cover to revive really low engagement communities, one of which I actually just covered 2 episodes ago. I think it was 2 episodes ago, number 18. You can go back and listen. It's all on referrals for memberships and referral programs for memberships and how to actually create a really high vibe community through having a really amazing ambassador or leaders program or affiliate program inside of your membership. So definitely go check that one out. It's great. We also have entire step inside the $1 Million Memberships Club 8-step framework, which is my 8-step system for designing and scaling a membership dedicated to community building and retention. It's just such an intentional and really big piece of having a membership. And something that I will say is this is something that takes work, especially if your membership is under a year old. You can have the best membership. You can have something that people are really needing and wanting and want to be a part of. But if it is a newer community, you just have to know that you're not going to be able to just snap your fingers and have people inside who are there engaging and the community is just booming. It truly is something that it is usually led by the founder yourself. So something that you are going to really be primarily responsible for initiating and getting going. And then once it starts really gaining traction, that's when your members are going to naturally start taking over that and the community starts building itself. But truly, I always say it can be shorter, it could be more time. Again, everyone's obviously different. There's no definitive answer for this. It's not a black and white thing. Everyone's different. But if your membership is under a year old, that's usually a good time frame to let you know this is something you are going to continuously have to work on. And what we're going through today is just a piece of that puzzle. It's an important piece, but it is just a piece of the puzzle. Like I said, there's so many other things that can really go into creating a really sticky community for your membership. And it's just things like these little pieces of the puzzle that we're talking about today, that I've talked about on other episodes, that really piece together. If you can be consistent with these things and really build and build and build and stack on top of each other and stay consistent with that as you are building your membership community, that will help you really have a community that does become sticky and really takes off and starts to be the community that you always imagined having. So one thing I want you to remember as we get into this episode is memberships grow when members feel like they're a part of something. Memberships grow when members feel like they're connected to something. And memberships grow when the members inside are actually feeling the difference that that membership is making on their life. So if we look at those things, especially when members feel a part of something and connected, people feel connected in community, right? People feel connected when they have people to relate to and talk to and have something that's almost like a ritual for them in their daily life to be a part of, to go and check in with, right? Like a membership community. Membership communities grow when people are really seeing the impact of what that membership is doing on their life. So maybe it's a health and fitness membership and people are really starting to actually see week by week or month by month, they are seeing results. They are seeing more energy. They are feeling like they're improving health-wise. They are seeing the weight loss or whatever it might be that your membership delivers. Maybe people are seeing their relationships get better, or maybe it's people seeing that their business is starting to get momentum, big or small, whatever it is, just even those micro moments that people start to notice and recognize and feel, oh, maybe this is different. I do feel different ever since being in this membership. Those are the little things that really get people to stay into your membership and really commit and post inside of your membership. Be an active member inside of your membership. When what you have inside of the membership encourages people to post inside of the membership, and then those posts end up actually having a direct impact on the result that they are trying to get inside of your membership, that is when your community is going to get sticky, because then they're not just empty posts, right? Then it's not just posting to post. They're actually starting to see that, oh, the things that I'm being prompted to post in here, when I do this, I actually see a difference. I actually notice a difference. I'm going to do this more. I'm going to be in here every week. Like, this is actually changing my life. And so that's what we want to talk about today, are the 3 posts that you can really do every single month inside of your membership that are going to be sticky posts like that, actually intentional posts. I mean, we've probably all been there or experienced this, maybe being a member inside of something else or like in a Facebook group or something where people post a thread hoping that people are going to engage with it, but you just know, like, what is this going to do for me? Like, this is just kind of wasting my time. Like, sure, I'll put my name in the group and someone might see my comment, but like, what is this actually doing? This kind of just feels like it's like a post just to get me to post. Like, they kind of just want some engagement inside of this community, and they're asking me what my favorite color is. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, you're just like, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to answer questions about what my favorite color is, or if I was a fruit, what would I be? You know what I mean? They don't do anything. And so what we're talking about today are actual intentional posts that are going to get your members to feel like this is actually doing something for them. 3 really amazing intentional posts a month are going to be so much more effective than 30 surface level, absolutely pointless posts a month. So let's get into what these 3 posts are. And these posts that we are going to be talking about today on this episode, these are monthly posts that you're going to want to post every single month inside of your membership. I also do have weekly posts that I recommend doing inside your membership as well, but we will save that for another episode. And today is just monthly. Again, if you are a member inside of $1 Million Memberships Club, you can go to our Creating the Vibe framework section of your membership setup guides, and you'll have it all there. You have all of the monthly, all of the weekly, tons of options to choose from, so you have everything in one place. But today on this episode, we are talking about monthly. So the first post that you want to have inside of your membership community is called a reflection post. So a reflection post is some sort of post that's really going to encourage your members to look back and feel proud of how far they've come that month, or feel more aligned with whatever it is that the result is they're trying to get, or feel more connected, or seeing little bits of progress. Even if it's small progress, we really just want our members to take a minute and just be intentional and reflect on where they're at, what kind of progress have they made, what was their month looking like, how did they show up for themselves, that kind of thing. So an example kind of post for this could just be something very simple, like look back at the month and reflect on what was your focus, what's next month's focus, or what will you commit to accomplish it. So these are a little bit different than just your regular week to week. These are more of a juicy post, more of a reflective kind of post, a prompt, something where people are they're not just answering it when they're in line at the grocery store, like they might be doing with your weekly post. This is going to be more of like a sit and reflect. Maybe it's a ritual for them where they know it's coming at the end of every single month. They're going to make themselves a tea. They're going to sit, they're going to answer this question and just have that time for themselves. And that's like a ritual that is now connected in their life to your membership. These are really important because a lot of the times people just don't sit and look up for a second to see if they've actually done anything. And so if you're not giving your members a chance to actually reflect and sit and be like, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing in this membership? Are you doing the things that you said you wanted to do when you signed up for it? You know, if you don't actually take the time to do that with your members, you're going to get more and more cases of people seeing your membership payment coming out of their account and then being like, oh shit, you know what? I'm not even using this. I'm just going to cancel it. You really want them to be being intentional and just taking some time, but you don't want this to be something that is bombarding them and is feeling too much. Because then that's going to have your members feeling like, okay, I can't keep up with this membership. So that's why something like this, a juicier, meatier reflection post that's a little bit more than what they're used to week basis, something where they can really sit and reflect, make a ritual out of it, make a little time out of it that really connects your membership with their life. And it's really just something that they can look forward to at the end of the month. This is something that you really want to make sure that you have inside of your membership. The next one, number 2, is the connection post. You know, if you listen to this podcast, I say it time and time again, your membership thrives when members connect with members, right? So we need to have some sort of connection post. And this is something you might also know if you listen to this podcast a lot. You need to have this every single week, but maybe not in as much detail as your monthly one is going to be. So your monthly connection post, this really needs to really deepen the connection between members. This really needs to be something where people can sit again, have it something that they look forward to every single month. They know it's coming, especially if they've been in the membership for a little while, and they know that they can really just take some time and put some effort into this. And that it's something that's really going to help them with whatever it is they're trying to achieve inside of your membership. So a connection post, again, it's really going to depend on what kind of membership you have. But regardless of whatever kind of membership you have, the purpose of this is to get your members connected or paired up with another member inside of your community. So however you want to do that. An example for a business one, this is something that we do actually inside of $1 Million Memberships Club, is we ask what collaborations could you use or would be helpful for you to grow your brand or membership and help you get in front of more people right now. So an example could be a holiday giveaway, podcast interviews, etc. Post to find an aligned collaboration partner. So basically what we're doing with this post is people inside of our membership, obviously $1 Million Memberships Club, are there to grow their membership. And a big part of growing your membership is audience growth, because you need people, right? You need people to know your membership exists. And I know as a membership founder, sometimes that's like, we don't want to do that part. We don't want to be social media strategists. We don't want to have to post content every single day to try and find people to come into our membership, the thing that we actually want to do. It's annoying, right? But this is what we do inside of $1 Million Memberships Club to make it a little bit easier, because the easiest way to grow a brand, to grow your audience, is by collaboration, connecting with other people, getting in front of other audiences. Instead of trying to just keep posting and posting and posting and growing your audience one by one by one by one, it is so much easier to just get in front of an already established audience. So that's why we do a connection post that is aligned with collaborations inside $1 Million Memberships Club. We do a lot of other kind of connection posts throughout the month, but this is like that big one, right? That big one that you can look forward to, that you know it's going to come, and that you can really put some thought into. So with this kind of connection post, what we do is we just get people to post whatever it is that they think could be really beneficial for their brand right now. Maybe that's they would love to get on podcast interviews and just talk about what they do, their story, why they do it, their membership a little bit. Or maybe they're in the fitness industry and they would love to partner up with someone who's in a slightly different niche than them, who's maybe in the beauty industry or aesthetics or whatever, and go all in with a wellness giveaway. So they're not competing, but they're in the same like niche of people who would be interested in that sort of thing. Just really thinking, how could I get my members to connect? Maybe that's through buddy system. Maybe that's a monthly roundup of, hey, it's that time of month again. If you don't have an accountability partner, if you don't have a success sister, now is the time to post. Let's get you paired up with somebody. Something like that, where you're just getting people to actually connect with other people inside of your membership, and you're inviting them to do it where it doesn't feel so intimidating. It's like an open invitation to, hey, if you've been sitting on the sidelines, or if you could really use someone right now, this is the perfect opportunity. And again, your membership really grows when your members are connected with other people inside, when they have that belonging inside of your membership. And the next one, number 3, is your retention post. So a retention post is something where you're just reigniting excitement for what's to come the next month inside of your membership. So this is something that you want to schedule out, I would say usually like 1 to 2 weeks before the next month. So basically from the 15th of the month onward. We usually do ours around the 20th to the 25th. And this is just getting your members really excited for what's coming. What can they look forward to? Maybe it's a new challenge that you have coming up the next month. Maybe you have a workshop that you're doing the next month. Personally, for us, we hold a membership workshop every single month, and the topic is always different. Like this month, at the time I'm recording this in September, we talked all on affiliate programs and ambassador programs inside of your membership. We've talked on launch strategies. We've talked on collaborations. We've talked on all these different topics that help our members grow and scale their online memberships. And so every single month, whenever we do our retention post, we're always saying what the workshop is the next month that they can look forward to, what's coming up. Maybe you release new templates every month, so you let them know what's coming up for template drops. Maybe you have some really exciting announcements or some guest speakers coming in, whatever it is, whatever your retention strategy is inside of your membership, which again, that is an entirely different topic. And again, that is a huge topic. That's an entire step inside of our 8-step framework inside of $1 Million Memberships Club is just retention alone. So this really goes hand in hand with just knowing what is it that you do for retention for your members every single month, and make sure that you have a retention post that's really reigniting that excitement of what's to come, what they can look forward to, why they're going to want to stay in the membership another month. And like I said earlier, this is just a small piece of the puzzle when it comes to keeping your members inside, keeping them excited, making the community really sticky and engaged. But it's a really important piece of that puzzle. All of these strategies are so important. And this is just one of those little pieces that really does make a big difference when it comes to people actually wanting to engage in your community and actually looking forward to the ritual of your community, something that is just kind of repetitive that they know is coming and just really integrates nicely with their life and that they see actually makes an impact on their life. These are such great posts to have. So make sure that you are remembering your reflection post, your connection post, and your retention post every single month. And something, I'm just going to answer this right now because I know you might be thinking this. So many people think the same, but the common fear around doing something like this, where it's just the same every month, is this not boring? Is this not boring for my members to repeat the exact same post every single month? Like, do they actually look forward to that? And the answer is yes. People in membership communities live off of ritual. That is what builds a community, is community ritual, is repetitiveness inside a community. Communities thrive on knowing what to expect, because you have to remember too, your membership is likely a really, really, really big part of your life, right? That is your business. That is your livelihood. That is like the legacy that you're trying to build. So you are thinking about it 24/7, that you're constantly in your membership. But the people who are taking part of your membership, while it is hopefully very important to them, it's not like their basis. You know what I mean? Like they have their own jobs or their whatever it is, they have their own life. And so the simpler that it can really be on them to know what to expect, for them to just feel like some consistency and something that they can go and look forward to and like just count on and know what's going to be coming, that's actually a really good thing for your community. That's something that people really thrive on. And if they're constantly having to learn new posts and constantly having to learn new rituals and like all of these things, that can actually do the opposite of what you think it's doing, which you think it's making it exciting and fun. That can actually just make it feel really chaotic and overwhelming to your members. So no, it is not boring. It is not bad to be repetitive. It's actually a really good thing. And like I said, this is just the monthly. There are weekly posts that you're going to want to do as well that do hit on the same sort of member psychology, but just formatted a little bit differently. And as always, if you're wanting everything at once, you are so welcome to come join us inside $1 Million Memberships Club. We would absolutely love to have you. So many members also just benefit from just being in a membership, like just joining a membership to see what it's like to be inside of a membership, especially if that is what you're trying to build, is your own membership. Oh my God, how many times can I say membership here? But you know what I mean? Actually experiencing the onboarding, actually experiencing a community, experiencing things like this that we're talking about. That's, I find, a very helpful piece, and something we actually encourage all of our members to do is join memberships while you're building your membership. So you can kind of just see what you like, what you don't like, do some market research there. So if you would love all of this at once and really get access to our entire 8-step $1 Million Memberships framework, which give you complete membership setup guides, templates, plug and play resources, all of the things, you can go find the link for $1 Million Memberships Club in the show notes. And if you're listening to this in real time, surprise, surprise, we are open for enrollment. So definitely go check us out there if this is something that you are interested in. And on top of that, if you want to know the exact step-by-step to launch your own new membership, or maybe you have a membership and it's not at the place that you want it to be at, you really need some more system and strategy behind your launches and getting people in, I have recorded a free 35-minute on-demand training walking you through the exact step-by-step system that you need to nail down to launch and scale a 6- and 7-figure online membership. You can find the link for that one in the show notes, but this one, I have gotten so many messages and such good feedback on this training. I really, really encourage you to download it. It's something that I know you're really going to find helpful. It's one of those trainings that you're just like, wow, I think this should actually be a paid training. It's just value after value after value. And I'm breaking down the exact 4-step system that you really need to launch and sell your membership. And again, this is going to be really helpful for you if you're new. And it's also going to be really helpful for you if you already have a membership, but you just haven't really had the strategy behind it. You feel like maybe you've kind of just been throwing shit against the wall whenever you try and sell your membership. This training is a 4-part system that is just completely going to change the game for you. I highly, highly recommend you take some time and grab the link for that and download it. And again, it's completely free for you. So those 2 links are in the show notes. The link for $1 Million Memberships Club, if you are ready to start your membership. Because our doors are open right now, we also have our monthly payment plan option, which isn't always available. Most of the times you're just able to get in on our annual rate, but you do have the option to pay month by month right now. So definitely go to the link in the show notes. Check us out if you have been thinking of joining $1 Million Memberships Club, and you can go grab the 35-minute masterclass on how to launch and scale a 6- and 7-figure online membership. All right, my friends, that is it for now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.